The North Carolina House is due to meet tomorrow to decide the outcome of House Bill 442. They will meet in the caucus first, and if there is not a majority of Republicans in favor of passing the bill, then the bill will simply go away and never be voted on the House floor. I'd like to take you all back, for anybody that's been following me or anybody that is just finding me now, take you back to the Truth About Flounder, where I told you that the commercial fishermen of North Carolina is by far the biggest victim here. And I can assure you that tomorrow in Raleigh, you will meet hundreds of commercial fishermen that are the victims of this series of events. Whatever you tell them, whatever amount of data or information you give them is not going to change their opinions. And going there and seeing them as the enemy is the worst thing that you could do. In fact, I have decided, while I was going to go, I've decided that it is probably best that I do not, as it is too likely that someone is going to come after me, try and get in a fight to stab me or shoot me, and then that person's life is going to be destroyed that much worse. Try to put yourself in the shoes of the commercial fishermen, people who have done something for generations and stand to lose it. You would be terrified. You would not be making logical decisions. And if someone were to provoke you in some way, it would simply make the outcome worse. Now, for anybody who wants to go and show support, if you believe that it is going to make a difference, I understand that. I also feel that this is incredibly, incredibly important. And I do feel very strongly that 10 or 20 years from now, the commercial fishermen of North Carolina, aside from the ones that already got me to start making these videos in the first place, are going to be able to back up and see what has gone down. And to let you all know what you may see tomorrow, I would like for you to view very briefly a situation that is extremely similar. And what we can see 30 years later will kind of show the difference between a human who is terrified and backed into a corner and someone who's had some time to take a step back and look at this as a third party in a logical way purely.
It was quite a scene playing out on national television. Outside, barred from the room, angry Newfoundland fishermen trying to get in. He used to keep his cod traps in here.
Where are your cod traps these days?
Well, actually, I cut out two and burned them.
Yeah.
Burned for scrap when they shut it all down. Not that he was surprised.
You know, eventually it had to happen, right? And I think it took someone like John Crosby, I think, to really put it into perspective and say that, you know, this is enough, it got to be shut down. And I hate to admit it, but, you know, the man was right. You know, it definitely had to be shut down.
Glenn Winslow was in the crowd. That's one of his crew members trying to beat down the door.
One of the fellas that you'll see it on the news every now and then trying to get into the door actually fished with me that day.
Winslow has an admission too. John Crosby was right.
But now when you look back at it 25 years later, what do you think of the decision?
Oh, it was definitely the right decision. It should have been made earlier.
To anyone who's going, good luck, and please keep it peaceful. Please do not blame your legislators. It's taken me 3.5 years of obsessing over this problem night and day, thousands of hours of talking to DMF staff, both current and former staff, examining their documentation, reading history, the histories of North Carolina in both magazines and books, federal examinations of our fisheries, and of course, talking to hundreds of commercial fishermen. Please understand that these people, no matter which side you're on, are not your enemy. They're trying to make the best decision that is impossible for them to accurately make right now, with getting so much conflicting information from every possible direction.